Dzień dobry. Bill here with 30-Minute Woodshop. Thanks for joining. So a friend in Warsaw, Poland, not Ohio, was curious about how I open these glue bottles. All right, I have a little tool that I do that with, and he wanted to see more of it and how to make that thing and what it actually looked like. So this is the actual tool itself. Matter of fact, this has been around long enough. I'm going to have to make a new one anyway, so this is a good time to do that. Anyway, so because he's in Poland, and I know they do everything in millimeters, all right, it's all metric, what I've done is I've created a sketch in metric. So all you Americans out there, if you download this, you're going to have to translate it into imperial dimensions. So, with that being said, all right, you can go on my website and pick up one of these dimension sketches. All right, go down to here, 30minutewoodshop.com. You can find the blog, how to put this together, how to design, how to build this thing, and that type of stuff. Also, you go down below, hit more. You can find some of the tools and things that I use. You might find those interesting. So one thing I will say about this, like any tool that you're going to make and use, make it your own. All right. The dimensions that I have in here may need a little tweaking for whatever kind of glue bottle that you're using, or those types of things. This is specifically for a Titebond type glue. All right, and make sure that the bottle, wherever you're at, in Poland, for instance, that the measurements actually fit. All right. Now, I don't have any good way to measure in metric, but unfortunately, this is small enough, so I'm going to use my my Mitutoyo calipers to do all the layout work for this. All right. Now, as far as materials, I have this piece of maple. It's salvaged from an old bed from the 1950s, a headboard. If you guys are interested in finding, free wood, great thing to do is wander around, on junk day or trash day. And there's a lot of people throwing out things like old bed headboards and those kind of things. Those are great for, pulling apart and using the wood. So, what I'm going to do here, the piece I need out of this, see what this is. So this is 200 millimeters, 228 millimeters. Nope, that's wrong. Hang on. Got to zero it out. So this is 60 millimeters wide, 59.98 is what it says. So 60 millimeters wide. I'm guessing that's about, say that's, I don't know, whatever 15 inches is in metric. I don't have anything big enough. And then let's see what it is thickness-wise. So it's 20 millimeters thick. So we're pretty cool. This pretty much matches, let's see, pretty much matches what my original was. This is a little thicker, but that's okay. Basically, the only thing the thickness does is nothing for me. Exactly. So I'm not worried about it. I'm going to make this thing fit. All right. Now, first thing you want to do here, I'm going to take this, I'm going to size this to 45 millimeters across and 150 millimeters long. Okay. So let's hit the saw. As always, make sure before you start any kind of project using power tools or any other kind of tools, you read the safety directions. Make sure you have eye protection, ear protection. All right. Don't let that slide by. Let's kick the saw on and make some noise. Okay, I've set my saw blade here for 45 millimeters. What I need to do now is I need to lay out my hole position. So 45 across, that's 22 and a half. And this is the beauty and magic of the metric system. Okay, I'm just eyeballing this. Okay, we're kind of roughed out there. A little rough here, but that's okay. Let's take it over to the sander. So all we're doing here is just taking out some of the sanding marks and giving it a little more curve here and there, trying to straighten up some things here. As you can see, I didn't do a good job right here, but that's okay. It's all good. So with that done, I kind of straightened up the curves. It looks a little better now. Still not exactly right, but hey, it's all good. Let's do a little chiseling here. Well, first thing I want to do, let me do a little bit of a cut there. So give me a second, I'll be back. So this is a pad saw. You can kind of see it's got a narrow blade. I can get it here, get this sawn to the point where it's tangent to the curve. We're pretty close. There we go. So now all I have to do is do a little chiseling. Well, let's see if this thing actually works. Okay, there we go. It does need a little bit of work. I gotta get a file in here and file off because I wasn't exact on the tangent of these curves. So let me grab a file and do a real quick file job on this. There we go. Nice. All right, one thing I want to do is I want to round all these edges off. These edges are pretty bad, so I have an 1/8" bit chucked up here. Okay, all that done. Do a little sanding. Let's give this a try. So I did a little more work on here. Perfect. Nice fit. Nice and tight. You got to make sure it's pretty tight in here because there's not much of a lip on this plastic, but perfect. Now, this is ready to go. I'm going to put one more hole in this thing just because I want a lanyard on it because I tend to lose these things. So let's go ahead and make that drill hole. And there we go. I'll get a little piece of cord, put that on there. And it's done. Super quick and easy project. And super useful. I gotta say, making this little thing out of a piece of scrap, best 10 minutes I think I've ever spent. Because I'll tell you what, as I get older, a little tougher, makes the job much easier, which is really what I'm all about. That's the whole thing with 30-minute woodshop, man. Make the job fast, make the job easy. So hope you got something out of it. Go down here to 30minutewoodshop.com if you want a dimension sketch. You can find that down there. Go down below, hit more, and you can see some of the tools and things that I use. Explore those. It might be fun. Might find something useful there. And if you do, that's cool. If you like this, do me a favor, hit like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. And hey, until next time, folks, good making.